And here we are, creating calm with the Mad Hatter. And why have I chosen this motif of the Mad Hatter to bring you a message? One reason is because we are all crazy here. We are all mad here. The world sometimes seems like it is mad all around us. But within that madness, within the chaos, it is up to us to create the calm within the chaos. And today surely could be that kind of a program. Why? Because this is a moving day for me. This is the last time we're going to be in this office. I will be moving my office into my studio, so it'll all be in one place. But moving is crazy making. So you may see people popping in trying to grab a bookcase while I am saying, give me 5 more minutes to record. Anyway, Mad Hatter. The hat that I've chosen for today's topic, because today we are going to be talking about love. We need Barry White to go, the power of love. LUV, or any way you spell it, it's still the same. I've chosen this hat. This is a coal miner's hat. My light bulb is burned out, but let's pretend it isn't. And why have I chosen a coal miner's hat? Because in looking at love, in talking about love, in the first part of it, which is talking about how we love ourselves, it's like mining the depths of the human soul, the depths of the human heart. So I think we need kind of a mining hat. What do you think? Is this a good mining hat? And so that was the hat I chose to bring awareness to the fact that in talking about love, we are mining great depths. Now, when you heard the topic, you're probably thinking, okay, bring on the sexy stuff. Like how do we get that sizzle and how do we find our love mate and pop in the passion. But you know what? We need to start at the very beginning. And that beginning is love ourselves. Love ourselves. Because ain't nothing going to happen until we can love ourselves. If we bring our own baggage into a relationship, no matter how dear that person is, we've got too much static. We've got too much old tapes, old histories. We have too many needs. It just isn't going to work. And many of you know that I'm an ordained rabbi. I'm also an interfaith trauma chaplain. And the Bible is a book that I like to mine. I need my hat. I like to mine the truths in the Bible because there are some very neat things in there, by the way. But one of the things that we hear as a biblical mantra is love your neighbor as yourself. Not going to work. Not going to work unless we learn to love ourselves. Can you imagine me going over to my neighbor's house and saying, put that food away, you don't have time to eat, you've got errands to run, and by the way, I want you to get this programming guide done, and you have to be at work in a few hours, and you just don't have to, just grab that food and go, because we got stuff to do. That neighbor's going to say, get the heck out of my house. Or how about if I went up to another neighbor, knocked at the door and go, that's a pretty big zit you got on your nose. And, do you think maybe you need to get your hair combed? I mean, when I wake up, my hair looks like that, and then I comb it. And I'd say you got a few extra pounds hanging around your waistband there. It's looking kind of chubby. Look at wiggles when I poke it. That neighbor's going to again be looking at us and saying, or looking at me and saying, you are nuts. And yet, this is how we talk to ourselves. Oftentimes we force ourselves to eat on the run. We force ourselves to do a gazillion million things every day that put ourselves last in the self-care business. We also criticize the way we look. And we look perfectly fine. But we might say, that doesn't look good. I see a little wrinkle here. Oop, I got a gray hair. So we are very critical about ourselves. And that's why if we brought this to our neighbor, we're never going to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Or if we do, it's going to be chaos. They're going to have to build some pretty big fences. So the question becomes then, how do we love ourselves? And the biggest answer is we start right now with how we are right this minute. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee from my Mad Hatter cup, which was given to me by Dr. Amy Kohler in honor of this program. Delicious. I think it's Ethiopian today. So when I say we're going to start right now, it's not, I'm going to love myself when I've lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever that magic number is. I'm going to love myself when my hair grows out, or when I get it cut, or when I finish school, or when I get this new job, or when I have this new friend. You know, it's not going to work unless we say, I'm going to love myself right now, this minute, and we start from there. I want you to look in the mirror and look into your eyes, which is really like looking into your soul and your heart, and look at that beautiful person and say to that person in the mirror, I love you just exactly how you are this very moment. I love the good things that you do, and I love the mistakes that you have made. I love the things that you've accomplished, and I love the things that you think you have failed at. I love everything about you because you have gotten us here at this point in time where we can start creating the you that you want to be, the life that you want to live. So look in the mirror every morning and just tell yourself what an awesome individual you are. For you, the universe was created. Another thing that would make sense for you to do if you're not too shy, and I'd say do it while you're alone. I do, is stand naked in front of a mirror and look at your body and thank your body for bringing you to this spot here and now, and honor where you are now. And maybe you think I'm too skinny, I'm bony, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. Whatever it is, your body served you well, brought you to this spot, and honor it and thank it. And then you can say, you know what? We're going to get better. I'm going to take you out for a walk. I'm going to feed you healthy food. I'm going to give you good hydrating water. But right now, thank you, body, for bringing me to this spot right now. I honor every step it took to get here. So it doesn't mean that we want to stay the way we are. Never, never, never. It means we always want to improve. We always want to create that life we choose to live. But we do it by honoring where we are right now. So, like I say, every morning look in the mirror and just say, you are the awesome individual of the day. Right here in this bathroom or wherever this mirror is, you're cooking with gas. Another thing I'd like you to do is to think how you talk to yourself. Oftentimes, we are very hard on talking to ourselves. Oh, you're such a failure. Oh, you didn't finish that project. Will you ever get it right? Oh, you made another mistake. Look at that. It's unorganized. Your button popped. Why didn't you sew it on? Try to talk to yourself the way you would talk to a new best friend, a new lover. You would never say those kind of things to somebody that you're courting. So when you talk to yourself, when you hear that negative tape going around, change it. Change it. Oh, you made another mistake. But that mistake is part of learning, and I'll never make that mistake again. I may make new ones, but I'll never make that one again. Turn those tapes around. Oh, you failed at that project. Grasshopper, but what did it teach you? So look at the lessons that a failure might teach you and embrace it as your teacher. So talk to yourself the way you would a new friend. Hey, you're looking pretty good today. I like that dress. My, it brings out your complexion. So watch yourself talk. Another thing that makes sense is to date yourself. I'm not saying date like, I think you're like a 1950s model, but take yourself out on a date. Take yourself for a walk, to the park, to a movie you've been wanting to see, maybe a play or a symphony, maybe a dinner. Just treat yourself the way you would that new friend you're trying to meet. Let you be that new friend that you're trying to meet. And In my radio show earlier today, I said, but don't talk to yourself while you're on the date unless you do it way inside your head, or else people will. And I shared that song from my generation. I'm 63 years old, and the song that I was thinking about was, if you were talking to yourself on your private date, they're coming to take you away, ha ha, they're coming to take you away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, to that funny farm where life is beautiful all day long, and I'll be happy to see those men in the little white coats because they're coming to take me away. So don't say that Ann White from Creating Calm with the Mad Hatter said, talk to yourself while you're on a date, because you may wind up in the psych ward, and that's really not about loving yourself. So if you take yourself on a date and you want to say how charming you are, think it in your head. Give yourself treats. Buy flowers for yourself. Just to put, say, in your bedroom or your bathroom, a place you normally wouldn't. What would treat yourself? Would it be having a manicure? Would it be having a special cup of mocha, Jamocha, twirl around, sprinkle on top, super coffee? Would that be a treat? Take yourself out for tea. Whatever would be, treat yourself sometimes, because that again makes you feel special. Now you might say, this is all well and good, but you know what? I'm a little depressed. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling depressed. And here's my thought for that. Learn how to sit with it so it can be your teacher. If you are in the pot of pity, learn why you're there. Be with that moment. Don't rush out of it. I'm not saying don't get stuck in it either, but don't rush out of it. If you are sitting in the pity pot, stop and be with it and think, okay, why am I here? Am I angry at someone? Why am I feeling sorry for myself? Am I holding a grudge? Use those dark clouds or those pity pot times to learn about yourself, so you don't have to spend a lot of time there. So let sadness, pity, anger, grudges be our teacher for how we don't want to be. So how we can turn it around and get out of the funk. So that would be one step. And you've probably heard me say that if you hold a grudge or are angry, it's like swallowing poison and waiting for that other person to die. Those toxic feelings are not good for your body. So sit with the dark feelings, understand them, and then don't wallow in them. Once you get it, get out and go on and put a smile on your face. Go out to town and smile. And that's part of, now the next question is, how do I get rid of that? And it really is to put a smile on your face. It really is to act as if. Because I'll tell you one thing about acting as if. Pretty soon, your body's going to say, hey, I'm the if. I'm already there. By putting a smile on your face, you already start to be happy. By walking outside and greeting people, hello, Mrs. Jones, I love that jumper on you today. Hi, sir, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? By putting that smile on your face, by going outside and greeting the world, before you know it, you are feeling saucy, savvy, maybe even a little sexy. Who knows, but you're feeling damn better, and that's the point of the drill. So here's an idea that I share with you. When you are feeling good, share it like an epidemic. Share it, because good feelings, pay it forward, pass it on. You want to share those good feelings. But when you are feeling moody, angry, dark, treat it sort of like the flu. Keep it to yourself as much as you can. We all know people who want to take it and share that dark mood with everybody. Sometimes, have you ever walked into a place and had a waitress just snip on you, or a cashier, and you think, ooh, that is your mood. Don't share it with me. You shouldn't have brought it to work with you. So if you have that kind of mood, treat it like the flu. And I think that's about it today. Put that smile on your face. This week, I would like you to practice self-love. Remember, looking in the mirror, telling yourself how awesome you are, because you really are. You are an incredible human being. Oh, my hat got hung up. For you, the world was created. For you, the sun is shining. For you, rain is nourishing the world. Think how awesome of it is that you are here breathing and your heart is beating and you're experiencing experiences and feeling love. That's pretty incredible. So honor yourself, watch your self-talk, learn how to talk to yourself with kindness, love, empathy, understanding. Don't be so hard on yourself all the time. And see what it feels like to truly love who you are. Do that this week. Love yourself because you are incredible, and let yourself know that. That's it for Ann White at the Creating Calm Network. You know, I love this hat, and one of the reasons I do is because you can kind of shut out the world, or you can open it up, and pretty soon it comes down. Maybe I need a smaller hat. That's a good thing. And one of the things I'd like to share with you before we sign off is go to our website, www.creatingcalmnetwork.com, and play around there. Get to meet us, look at the hosts, check out the programs. We are adding new hosts and new programs all the time, but sign up for the programming guide. Please. I create the programming guide and I mail it out at midnight on Saturday because it's kind of just like a sexy sort of time to send something in the mail. So make sure you get that programming guide, and you do that for me, and I'll tell you what I'll do for you. I will try to make it interesting and beautiful so that when you wake up Sunday morning you go, look at that magic sitting in my email box. So that's what it is. Enjoy life, enjoy yourself, love yourself, and next week we're going to talk about how to expand that love out of our body and into the world. And remember, one of the reasons we talk about this with my Mad Hatter's hat is that we are truly all mad here. Thank you for staying tuned to the Creating Calm Network. This is Ann White. I will see you next week.